Let's go, everyone. This is your girl, Aleisha Hunter, the crypto queen, tribally known as Chieftainess Kisawa. Get in here, let's grow, y'all. Come on, let's go. All right, we're about to get this thing started. Let me know where you're viewing from, what city and state and country. Let me know in the comments below.
Greetings, billionaire. My name is Aida, an artificial intelligence avatar, created by the founder of BWE Tribal Academy, which is Aleisha Hunter, known as Crypto Queen. I'm the company's first virtual assistant, and I am looking forward to working with you on all your educational needs. Before we get started, allow me to introduce you to our new online academy, which is BWE Tribal Academy. At BWE Tribal Academy, we are a virtual educational platform that's based out of Las Vegas. However, our online courses are open 24/7 and it's available to international students. Our goal is to help strive our students become more knowledgeable in the financial markets, business management, tribal law, health and nutrition, personal development, and more. Our mission is to provide a comprehensive educational platform for the financial markets and business to the indigenous people. Our team is dedicated to delivering high-quality virtual content to help individuals understand the fundamentals of finance and building a business. We would be grateful for your support and invite you to follow us on all of our social media platforms, including Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, under the username BWE Tribal Academy. I am very confident that BWE Tribal Academy will positively impact the lives of many, and we're super excited that you'll be joining us. For more information about our upcoming virtual classes and events, visit our website at www.bwetribalacademy.org or email us at info@bwetribalacademy.com. Thank you for your support and thank you for believing in our vision. Once again, I'm Ayada. See you in class.
Great evening, everyone. Great evening. Thank you for joining us tonight. So real quick, before I get started, go ahead and grab an ink pen and a piece of paper for copious notes. And I will just give you just a few seconds to go grab that, okay? All right, thank you. Okay, guys, I am back. I hope everyone just grabbed an ink pen and a notebook paper. If not, just grab your notebook pad. I know a lot of you are inside of the digital space. So we're going to go ahead and get started. And once again, let me know if you cannot barely hear me. Just let me know in the comments, okay? And I will go back and I will just check everything. So let's get started. Before we begin, I must state our disclaimer, as you can read it on the screen. However, I do want to clearly state that everything shared during this live stream is for educational purposes only. This is not a financial, investment, legal, or tax advice. Always do your own research and speak with a licensed professional before making any financial decisions. Okay? Everything that is on the screen will be based on historical records, current events, and also updated global economic trends. And if you feel the need of wanting some resources, you definitely want to email us at info@bwetribalacademy.com, and then we will be glad to email you those resources. Okay? Thank you. Okay, welcome to BWE Tribal Academy, excuse me. where we focus on financial education, historical truth, economic empowerment, and understanding how the global systems shape our daily lives. We do bridge ancient wisdom, modern economics, and emerging digital systems so our community can be informed and empowered. And so, before we truly do get started, I would like to introduce myself to everyone that is not familiar with me. My name is Aleisha Hunter, also known as Crypto Queen, and tribally recognized as Chieftainess Kisawa. With over 2 decades of experience in international business and project management, I lead BWE Tribal Academy with a focus on global strategies, innovation, and substantial growth. My mission is to bridge the gap between the financial system and community liberation. And you can definitely check out my website at aleishahunter.org and do some little due diligence on me, okay? Thank you. And so tonight we're going to go over the recap of last Thursday, which was 2 weeks ago, and that would be From Barter to Blockchain Part 6. And then we're going to merge over to what is fiat money, how fiat money took over, the key players, the roles of central bank, and then the digitalization, threats to fiat, why BRICS matters, and then we're going to conclude it out. So before we do get started, if you are watching from my personal Facebook profile, make sure you tap subscribe so you never miss any of our live stream or classes. I do have a private group to where that I go live and I share extra exclusive information. But we're going to talk about that at the end because right now we're very focused on tonight's event, okay? So let's go ahead and get things started. Give me one moment. Now, a little recap from Barter to Blockchain Part 6, which was the gold standard. And as we discussed how global money evolved from barter systems to gold and silver coins, and eventually to the gold standard. The gold standard was designed to make currencies trustworthy because of paper money could be exchanged for physical gold, which that's something that we can never understand. Why they're transferring gold money to fake money, which is fiat money. But we've also discussed the uncomfortable truth. Much of the gold that built Western banking systems that came from forced removal, confiscation, and colonial extraction, which includes gold taken from the indigenous people across America, which some of you may be familiar with Turtle Island, also in Africa and other lands. This part of the story matters because once nations accumulated enough stolen gold, they used it to build global financial dominance. And this is what you're seeing today. Okay, so let's get started. What is fiat money? I know a lot of you probably familiar with it. However, fiat money is government issued currencies that is not backed by physical gold or silver, which gold and silver is a commodity. Its value exists only because people trust the government that issues it. It is based on confidence. Once again, not with commodities. So, how did fiat take over? We're going to talk about that real quick. And that is like during major wars and depressions that occurs. And then you have like governments that need more money than gold supplies allowed. So they began detaching money from gold, which is a key moment came in 1971 with the Nixon shock when the United States fully abandoned the gold standard. And then after that, the US dollar became the dominant global reserve currency under the Bretton Woods system. From that moment on, the world's major currencies became purely fiat. But why are they doing this with fake money, though? You see, which now the key players behind this whole fiat system, and we're going to talk about the main players who controls this fiat system, and we're already familiar with these people: the central banks, like the Federal Reserve and the European central banks. We also have the commercial banks, and then we have the international institutions such as the IMF and the World Bank. And then now we have the digital financial markets and the platforms itself. But what are the roles of the central banks? Well, as we know, central banks control the money supply. It also controls your money. It also trades with your money as well in the foreign exchange market. But they end up using tools like interest rates, which the interest rates are adjusted. And then, of course, you have inflations and even employment levels. So these reserves have like requirements. And this is like basically printing money digitally, you know? So it's like, why are they using fake money to accumulate more? Why are they charging you? Okay, yes, they are charging you in a central bank. And they're taking your money and trading it. And guess what? You are walking in a bank for a home loan for housing or a car loan for transportation, maybe personal loans or something for business. But that is your money. That is your money you are borrowing. And guess what? They're going to add interest because you have to owe that money back. And you do have to ask yourself, why are they doing that? Please ask yourself that question, why? And also ask yourself, why do you still have your assets in a central bank today? Think about it. That's because most fiat money today exists in a digital form. It's convenient, right? It's not physical cash. As we access it through debit cards, credit cards, mobile wallets, and online banking, guess what? Baby boomers, yes, I'm talking to you. You guys are already in a digital currency space. I see a lot of baby boomers, and I also hear conversations, oh my gosh, cryptocurrency, this digital money is a scam. But you guys have a banking account with a traditional central bank. You see? But this make it very, very, very vulnerable for everyone. Because guess what? There are cyber attacks. Many people have experienced system outages, or there's some type of central manipulations that can impact millions instantly. Do you guys remember about, I think it was 2023, I believe, or 2024? I think it was like Silicon Valley Bank and those other banks that were bailing out. Let that be a perfect example for you. I've been warning the community about this since 2017, 2018, to take their money out because of, I saw a vision that these banks were going to shut down and freeze everyone's account. And then a few years later, that's what occurred. Everyone's account was just shut down. And then there was nothing that you can do about it. Because guess what? Whenever you open up a checking account, a savings account, even a business account with a central bank, you do sign a contract basically saying that you allow them to claim your assets. Basically, you're giving all of your assets to them and say, hey, here's all my money, take it, do whatever you want. But when I come back and borrow it, I'm going to pay you back and I'm going to pay back in interest. That sounds very comical, right? Doesn't even make no sense to me. Not gonna be playing around with my money, right? So the threats to fiat that some of you may be familiar with could be BRICS. Now, I know there are some updates going on, and I will update that real quick. But let's go over BRICS real quick, which is Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. Some may say Saudi Arabia, okay, or South America. However, this is like expanding in their alliances and reducing their dependence on the US dollar, which they've been working on this far as a commodity backed currency, which BRICS is backed by gold, and that's a very smart thing to do. And then you have the blockchain based settlement systems, and then they're trading in their own local currencies. Now, if or once or when this succeeds, it could undermine global trust in fiat and challenge the US dollar's dominance. And then you also have it to where, why does it matter? Because of you have the BRICS nations now have combined a GDP, PPP, which is larger than the G7, and they all control like enormous amounts of the world's gold, oil, and the rare earth metals. They also created a new development bank as an alternative to the Western institution. So these people are smart because it's like, well, fiat money is not backed by anything. Why not just back our assets by gold? That's smart, right? But then we got to talk about the tariffs as well. When nations impose high tariffs, it raises prices, it slows trade, and it puts pressures on currency values. A tariff war can weaken global trust in a country's currencies, especially if the economy shows instability. However, when there's a war occurring, if you notice, gold and silver is like going skyrocket. That's why they are manipulating the commodities financial system so that way they can accumulate more assets from gold. Pay attention. Please pay attention to what's going on with these geopolitical aspects because they're playing a lot of games right in front of your face and they're telling you exactly what they're doing. And this overuse of tariffs can lead to economic isolation. Now, something I do want to clearly state, and you guys can go ahead and screenshot this part right here, but do not post it on social media. I want to go over Trump and the dollar as far as the USD dollars. This is where today's news becomes extremely relevant. Under Donald Trump's 2025 policies, the US has imposed massive tariffs, including new 100% tariffs on certain Chinese goods. Ladies, I know your human hair wigs are skyrocket, right? Because they came from China. Them prices are going up. And many people are not familiar with tariffs, but these tariffs created volatility in the global markets and it have pushed the US dollars to its weakest levels, which multiple financial outlets have confirmed this trend. And then some analysis are openly questioning whether the US dollar is now facing a confidence crisis because the world is losing trust in how the US is handling global trade. But at the same time, now, listen to this though. But at the same time, China has started increasing its involvement in the US dollar assets again. So do your research on that, okay? Because I believe President Trump and the president from China had a discussion. But I don't trust anything that's coming from anyone's end. I don't even care if you are a Republican or a Democrat. I want to clearly state this on a live. I don't even claim neither one of those parties because it's either us versus them. So I want you to listen to me, Democrats and Republicans. The things that are doing, it's not just out of loyalty. They are positioning themselves to influence global currency markets, meaning they're going to still have control. But as far as with Trump, he insists that the dollar will remain king. But the global response shows that many countries are preparing for a world where the dollar is no longer the center of everything. And the potential outcomes of this, if these trends continue, we could also see more hyperinflation, okay? Also, loss of global confidence, rise of gold-backed, commodity-backed, or crypto-based currencies. New international alliances bypassing traditional banks, and a multi-currency war replacing dollar-based dominance. So to summarize all of this, fiat money is built on trust, not commodities. Okay, I want you guys to remember that. Fiat money, aka monopoly money, aka fake money, because it's not backed by anything. The central banks control fiat through interest rates and digital money printing. Digital dependence increases vulnerability. And then you have BRICS and cryptocurrency and others that is emerging global alliance are challenging the fiat dominance. Tariffs and trade wars, especially in today's economics, like far as today's environment, accelerates the decline of fiat power. And the last thing is that we are entering a major transition in global finance. Next Thursday event, which is next Thursday night at 4:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I will be hosting a special live session with James Davis Sr., a longtime advocate for digital currency. And this is a very good friend of mine out there in Texas. James and I have been involved in cryptocurrency and digital finance for so many years. And one thing that we're going to do next Thursday, we're going to break everything down far as the future of money in a way that you've never even heard of before. So remember, you guys definitely don't even want to miss that event because there are like some major golden nuggets that we're going to drop for free. Okay, we don't charge you. Okay, we're gonna drop that gold nugget for free for you, so that way you can have a clearer vision of which way digital currency is going. So you guys make sure you tune in and you do not want to miss this. So before I do finalize tonight's event, you definitely want to email us so that way I can walk you through on how you can correct your status and how you can collect your monthly credit that is backed by gold. And then also, I can show you how to set up a gold IRA account, meaning you can store your gold and silver in this vault. And plus, you can request your gold-backed debit card, which it will allow you to live your life without depending on a traditional central bank. And you can definitely fire them today. So just go to our website at bwetribalacademy.org, and you're going to merge on your left side and click on Open a Gold IRA account. And you can just go ahead and open up a free gold IRA account. And also, before I do close this out, next week, I am doing a 3-day live training course. If you are a beginner, intermediate, or an advanced student, you definitely want to check it out. If you are a subscriber and your monthly account is active, you will receive an additional $100 off. However, you must have an active account before December 1st of 2025 to claim this discount. So for 3 days, you guys will have all of my undivided attention. On Tuesday, you will be able to set up your crypto wallet, and I will break everything down for you and go over everything with you thoroughly. And then the next day, we're going to go over how you can set up a private banking system by utilizing cryptocurrency. And then the third day is, of course, you will be able to ask a lot of questions. 3 days live training starting next week. You guys definitely want to get your ticket and get your seat, because this is the perfect time to set up your crypto wallet, and it's also the perfect time to go ahead and set up a private banking system so that way you can protect your assets. And thank you for joining me tonight. Make sure you guys please follow us at BWE Tribal Academy on all social media platforms. And don't forget to subscribe to my personal Facebook page and stay connected. And for right now, I'm going to turn everything over to Zola, my AI spokesperson, who will explain to you exactly how to subscribe and how to get started. Okay, guys? And so during the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. And you definitely want to talk to Zola. She's so cute and beautiful. Definitely want to give her a little shout out. But yes, before I let you go, once again, guys, you want to stay prayed up, drink lots of water, and mind your own doggone business. And I love you. Good night.
Hello, I'm Zola, the official AI spokesperson for Aleisha Hunter, also known worldwide as the Crypto Queen. With over 8 years of experience studying the financial markets, Aleisha has helped countless individuals understand crypto, stocks, forex, AI, and modern monetary systems. She is also the founder of BWE Tribal Academy, her online educational hub you may already be familiar with. As a monthly subscriber, you'll get exclusive access to Aleisha's private educational content covering crypto, stocks, forex trading, AI, AGI, market psychology, and more. Make sure you click the notification button because Aleisha may surprise you with early market insights or execution updates, helping you stay prepared before major financial moves. Subscribe today and join a powerful community committed to financial empowerment. Disclaimer: as a friendly reminder, all information shared is for educational purposes only. Aleisha Hunter is not a licensed financial advisor. Always consult a qualified professional before making investment decisions.